Hello, dear students of Standard 9. Hope you all are safe at home. So, welcome back to the virtual class of Geography, Structure of the Earth. We know that the Earth is divided into three realms, that is lithosphere, hydrosphere and atmosphere. So although we are able to solve the mysteries of atmosphere and beyond the space to some extent, and has been able to study the depth of the oceans in detail, the interior of the earth and its composition still remain a mystery among the great geologists and the geophysicists. So the thermal and the physical state of the interior of the earth help in ascertaining the structure and composition of the earth. So in fact, the surface of the earth has been greatly analyzed to study its composition. Since the geologists have not been able to sink below a depth of 8 kilometers into the crust of the earth because of certain reasons. Those reasons are like this: due to the increase in temperature, increase in pressure and increase in the density. So increase in these elements made it impossible for the scientist or the geoscientist to get below 8 kilometers of the interior of the earth. So if we take the condition of the temperature below the crustal layer of the earth, there is an increase of temperature at a rate of 1 degree for every 32 meters of descent. So at this temperature, at this rate, the temperature at the depth of 48 kilometer would be between 1200 degrees centigrade and 2000 degrees centigrade. So the rocks and materials cannot remain in solid state at such a high temperature. That is why it is quite difficult to get into the interior of the earth. Besides, there is also an increase in the pressure exerted by the weight of the atmosphere inside the earth has also been used to determine the composition and structure of the interior. So 1 atmospheric unit equals to the pressure of about 14.7 lb per square inch. So at this rate, at a depth of 2500 kilometers, the pressure is about 1 million atmospheres, and at the core of the earth the pressure is estimated to be about 3.5 million atmosphere. So such a high pressure in the interior of the earth exercises a powerful influence on the temperature and physical state of the earth. So this is another barrier why the geoscientists could not reach deeper under the crustal layer of the earth. Besides the temperature and the pressure, there is also an increase in the density. So the density of the crustal layer, that is the crust of the earth, it begins only about 2.7 gram per cubic meter, but it reaches to when we reach the central layer or the lowest layer of the earth or the core, it may be 16. So at such density even it is quite difficult to exist in the interior. So these are the factors, or we can say these are the elements because of which man could not reach to the interior of the earth. So how much knowledge could be assessed out of this depth that could be reached by man? So on the basis of the study of this physical property of the earth's surface, behavior pattern of the seismic waves of earthquakes and the lava erupted from volcanoes, it is believed that the earth is composed of three parts. So here are the three parts of the earth. The uppermost part is termed as the crust, then the middle part is termed as the mantle, and the lower part is termed as the core. So we'll go one after the other layer. First coming to the uppermost layer of the earth, that is the crust. So this crust consists of the outer layer of the earth structure, which is about 6 to 48 kilometer thick, that is known as the crust, and it consists of two layers. So one is the shear and other one is the sima. So shear consists of solid or continental parts of the earth's crust, which is composed of many kinds of rocks having the density and composition of granite. So this granite layer is often called shear because of the predominance of silica and aluminium. Si stands for silica and Al stands for aluminium, and it is having an average density and composition similar to that of the common black volcanic lava, which is called basalt. So this basaltic layer directly lies under the ocean floor. In continental areas, the granitic and the basaltic layers together can reach a thickness of approximately 45 to 48 kilometers. So the density of shear is lower than that of the second layer, that is sima. So the density of shear here you can see is 2.7 gram per cubic centimeter, whereas the density of sima is approximately 3 gram per cubic centimeter. So the crust on the whole is thickest beneath the mountain and thinnest under the ocean. So it is composed of various kinds of rocks. Uppermost parts consist of the sedimentary rocks. So however, shear is a discontinuous layer that is floating over the continuous layer of sima. So this contact zone of the crust and mantle is called the Mohorovic discontinuity, after the Yugoslavian scientist who has discovered this discontinuity. It is named so. So this is all about the first crustal layer of the earth, which is divided into shear and sima with variation in density as well as temperature and pressure. There is increase in temperature, there is increase in pressure, and also there is an increase in the density as we go from the upper part towards the lower part of this crustal layer. Next we are coming to the second layer of the earth, that is mantle. So the second layer is mantle. It is a layer between the crust and the core with its upper boundary marked by the Mohorovic discontinuity, or we can call it the Moho discontinuity, and its lower boundary, which is a transition zone between the mantle and the core, is termed as the Gutenberg's discontinuity. So the depth of the mantle varies from 35 kilometers to 2,900 kilometers. Again, unlike the shear and the sima, here also there is a variation in the temperature, pressure and density. So the density ranges from 3 gram per cubic centimeter to 5 gram per cubic centimeter. So this layer is composed of mostly magnesium and iron as well as silicates. So along with the substantial quantities of sulfides in the upper mantle and nickel and iron in the lower mantle. And it is divided into these two parts, as I have told you, the upper mantle or the asthenosphere and the lower mantle, which is also termed as the mesosphere. The lower part of this asthenosphere, like mesosphere, is solid, but the upper part of asthenosphere is in partially molten state. So this is all about the second layer of the earth, that is the mantle, which is composed of upper and lower mantle. Coming to the third layer, that is the core or the barosphere. Unlike the crust and the mantle, it has also two layers, that is the outer core and the inner core. So it is the central part of the earth, consists of a dense nickel iron alloy. That is why it is also termed as Nife, where Ni stands for nickel and Fe stands for iron, with a temperature estimated to be about 2700 degrees centigrade to 5000 degrees centigrade. As we have already discussed, the temperature increases with the increase in depth at a rate of 1 degree for every 32 meters of depth. So the inner core, with a radius of 1400 km, is believed to consist of Nife, but is forced into a solid state due to the increase in pressure. Density of this layer, you can see here, ranges from the core, the density is 10 gram per cubic centimeter, and it has an average temperature of more than 5000 degrees centigrade. This is all about the structure of the earth with the three layers, that is the crust, mantle and core. Thank you.